Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video about how to take your makeup look from daytime to nighttime. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, just go ahead and keep watching. When you guys think of evening makeup, what do you think of? Maybe a smoky eye, winged eyeliner, a glittery eye, deep contour, heavy highlight, a deep lip color. What is one thing that all of those have in common? Contrast. All of those have a high contrast compared to what you may do during the daytime, which would be something that's a little more subtle, a little more natural looking, but for evening, we want to amp it up. So for today's video, we're going to really amp things up and we're gonna do all of those. So for today's video, I wanted to do just half of my face so you guys can see a side-by-side comparison of daytime to nighttime with all of the nighttime. I'm gonna be ready for the club after this, I'll tell you that. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We'll go ahead and get started with eyes first. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're just gonna go ahead and go in and deepen up the eye look. So I actually did wear this makeup all day. It's been on for about 9 hours. So I am gonna have to touch up a couple of things just to make it look a little more presentable. But we're gonna smoke out the outer corner. And we're gonna start with using the Kat Von D Shade Light Eye Palette. This is the eyeshadow that is currently on my eyes. So I figured we'd just use the same palette and just amp things up. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in just with the transition shade again. So we're gonna go ahead and do the middle shade, which is just kind of a taupey shade. And we're just gonna put that in the crease just to freshen it up. Okay. And then next we're gonna go in with another blending brush, the Morphe M433, and we're gonna pick up this other deeper taupey shade and just put that in the outer corner. So as you can see, we're already adding color. Also, I chose this side because I'm right-handed, so that way you guys can actually see it instead of me being over covering my face. So we're just gonna gradually deepen that up. Okay. Next, we're gonna go ahead and go in with the Morphe E18. This is just gonna help us pack a little bit more product on. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the shade next to the black on the cool tone side. And we're just gonna pack that in the inner or outer corner, rather. We are going to keep the lid clear because, you know, we're going to add more stuff. We're going to put shimmer in there as well. I'm just going to pack this in the outer corner. And then we're also going to bring this down to the lower lash line. Also, I don't know if you guys can see this. Zoom you in a little bit, but I do have fallout right there. Don't worry about it. We're gonna pick that up at the end. Just try not to actually blend it into your makeup because then you'll have an issue. So you guys can definitely tell that we've added a lot of pigment on the outer corner. So before we get too much product, we're just gonna go ahead and go in with this crown brush. Any duo fiber brush though will work, and you just sweep it away. See, now the highlight's beaming again. And then we'll go back in, pack a little bit more. All right, before we get too far along in the eyeshadow, we're just gonna go ahead and draw a wing. I am using the Architect Slim Eyeliner by the brand LA Splash. We're just gonna do, well, we'll make it a little bit bigger of a wing than I usually do just for the purpose of this video. Also, I rarely do wing liners, so this is not going to be perfect. Please keep that in mind. All right, that's about as winged as we get. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back into the Kat Von D palette and we're gonna go ahead and pick up the black, and we're just going to go ahead and use a pencil brush. So we are going to take that black right along that eyeliner. We're just gonna smoke it out. Gonna go back with that thicker pencil brush. Blend it in even more. That's the trick to a smoky eye. You want to blend, 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 so that way it isn't quite so dramatic. Okay, so now we'll go back in with our other shader brush and we'll just pick up the shade next to it. We'll just keep the smoldering look going. And we're gonna try not to bring it past the halfway point because we are gonna go ahead and go in with the metallic. So just keep blending it all together. And then we'll go in with the end shade and then blend it some more. That will go more towards the crease. Okay, we have a lot of fallout, so we're gonna go back in with that duo fiber brush and just sweep it away. Oh, that section's not sweeping so well. There we go. Sweep that away. Okay, now we're gonna go under the lash line, and we're also going to pick up the second shade next to the black. And we're gonna drag that down the lower lash line, connect it back to the wing. This is just a softer blending brush. It's also small. Blend that out. And we'll go back in with the duo fiber and dust away that extra. Okay, so as you can see, we are quite a bit more dramatic than our daytime look. Now let's add glitter, because this isn't dramatic enough. So I really enjoy the Stila Magnificent Metals. It's the glitter and glow ones, but it's the glitter ones. They are awesome. It's basically just a liquid glitter eyeshadow. This is in the shade Diamond Dust, which is the more silvery one with all sorts of reflex in it. And this is nice because you literally just paint it onto your eyelid, and then if you want to blend it out, you just dab it with your finger. And you don't need to use a glitter glue for it. It just adheres itself to your eyelid. Of course, if you want extra insurance, you can go ahead and put a glitter glue down before. Just make sure that it dries down. But you can see that it is very glittery. Okay, so now we're still not done with our eyes because we have to add lashes, of course. So I picked out a very dramatic pair of lashes. This is the Kiss Lash Couture Triple Push-Up Collection in the style Bustier. It is very thick, very dark, flares out at the end. I am going to go ahead and glue that on with the House of Lashes eyelash adhesive. And since it takes me a minute to put these on, I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera. We'll be right back. We are back with our lash on. As you can see, things are completely different. This lash is very dramatic, and it really goes perfectly with the wing eyeliner, but very dramatic. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and finish off the eye look. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a pencil / gel eyeliner in pencil form, and we're just going to line the outer lash line, lower and upper. This is also a really nice trick if you are wearing lashes, just to help close the gap a little bit, is if you just line your upper lash line, it'll help everything just kind of blend together and look very seamless, because you know, these are my natural lashes. Can't help that I was blessed with them. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and highlight the brow bone and inner corner a little bit. I just have this Ofra highlight. This is the All of the Lights highlighter. And we are just going to take the champagne-y shade, and we're gonna put that on the brow bone just to amp things up. Don't mind my eyebrows, I need to wax them very badly, so don't look very closely. And then we're gonna take that same shade and mix it with more of the white shade, and we're gonna pop that on the inner corner. Just to amp it up a little bit more. So you can see it's quite reflective, looks good. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the face. So sometimes throughout the day, your makeup can your foundation can kind of wear off. What you can do is you can just take a little bit of concealer. By the way, this is not very good to do for yourself, so make sure to wash your face very well at the end of the night. But you can just go ahead and take your concealer and go ahead and pile it on. And then we're just going to take a beauty blender and blend that in. This will also brighten things up a little bit again. So you can just go ahead and blend that back on top. As you can see, it's totally brighter now, right? So then you'll want to go ahead and set it with a powder. That's the key to nighttime and making things last, is setting them. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go and use the Ciate translucent setting powder. Also, one thing to keep in mind for evening makeup is be sure to not use a powder that will give you flashback. You know, it's going to be evening, it's gonna be dark where you are. All of your pictures will be taken with flash photography, so keep that in mind. If you're not sure, you know, maybe one night do a flash test to see if you will have flashback, because it's really unfortunate. A lot of times, you know, your makeup will look so good in person, but then you take a picture and it's like a beaming under eye and it just looks like you have the opposite of raccoon eyes, but it's not cute. Okay, so be careful. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and just add more products. We're gonna go ahead and go in with the butter bronzer. We're just gonna, you know, go heavy-handed because it's evening. It's probably gonna be darker where we are. By the way, I'm not going anywhere after this. I'm going downstairs, so it'll be slightly darker down there though. So I go ahead, add more under the chin, make everything look more chiseled. It actually looks pretty good, but we need more. You know, we're going all out for this video. Nothing is left untouched. Go in with the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer. We'll just add to our contour. Deepen this up a little bit. And then we have to touch up our nose contour. So go ahead and chisel just the one side out, because this half of the face is still in the daytime. So just the one side. All right, highlight. We're gonna go ahead and go in with Becca Champagne Pop. This is my everyday highlighter, but we're gonna add more on top of this, so don't you worry. However, this is a very blinding highlight. You can still see my highlight from like 9 hours ago, but we're gonna add more. I may look a little bit like a drag queen at the end of this, but that's okay. Just snatching it up. All right, now we're gonna go back in with that Ofra highlight, the All of the Lights highlighter. And we're gonna take a fan brush. We're gonna swirl all the colors together. And we're just gonna put this on the high point, just to give that, oh yeah, you can see that. Oh yeah, okay, a little bit on the Cupid's bow. All right, I think that's it for face, right? Looks pretty good. Okay. So next we are going to do lips. I do have lipstick on all of my lips, so I will go ahead and take that off and be right back. I went ahead and picked out the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the shade Cherry Skies. This is just a deep, vampy red, perfect for evening. We're just gonna go ahead . I'm gonna try and draw half as well as I can. So if you want your lipstick to last longer, you can use a lip liner, but instead of just going on the outside, fill in the entire lip and then put a liquid lipstick on top of that. It's not budging. Okay. Oh yeah. I like want to rub them side to side so badly. Okay. All right, so one thing I did notice is that my brows look a little bit light with all of this dark makeup. So I did go ahead and pick out a brow pencil in a shade darker. And I'm just gonna go ahead and throw a few hair strokes in this brow just to deepen it up slightly. I don't want it to look too dark. But we'll make it look a little more evening. Okay, and then we'll just comb that in. Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and change. I'm gonna throw my hair up and we'll be right back. We'll go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see the face up close. We'll do like a so quite a difference. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously, you can do any combination of these different tricks to kind of amp up your look from daytime to evening. You could do all of them. It really, in my opinion, does not look too dramatic. I think it's all kind of working together and looks good, honestly. To my own horn. But so you could do a combination of these, you could do one of these, or you could do none of these. It's really up to you. It's your personal preference and what you feel comfortable in. That's really what makes a difference here. You have to be confident in what you're doing, feel comfortable in the skin that you're in, whether it have a little bit of red lipstick on it or not. So that's all I had for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.